Productivity is not just about getting more things done. It is more like doing stuff we enjoy. Are the activities in your personal life make life enjoyable? When we play video games, watch Netflix or hanging out with friends, we never worry about productivity. You never need to be motivated to watch another episode or play a next round in your video games. We only need motivation for things which are in the short term painful but are for the long term gain. We as humans are terrible at motivating ourselves to do things for our future selves, rather go after instant gratifications, which got even worse with the invention of technology. The question is, how can you turn the short term in service to your future selves? Welcome guys. In today's video I'm going to talk about the real secret behind productivity. And already before I start with today's video, let me know in the comment sections down below what hinders you or what are the reasons that you procrastinate. There is the quote from Muhammad Ali. He said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." Muhammad Ali, really good boxer, he achieved this goal he has set himself, and a lot of people probably think or have that mindset of being the most successful person on this planet. And if I think about this quote like that, I think for most people it would be the wrong approach. It is definitely wrong for me as well. If I think about my life, I want a balanced life, and I'm probably speaking for a lot of people in my generation, in the generation Z, who have that mindset of, I want to work on something, I want to try to work on something which I enjoy, but at the same moment I want a balanced life, and I want these activities which contribute to my life to be fun, if I'm being very honest here. At the same time, one thing that matters for me especially is that I want to do something which I enjoy and also contribute to the world in some aspects. And that's what I try to do with this YouTube channel, which is not just only entertaining stuff, rather like educational and inspirational things I do. The approach from Muhammad Ali glorifies that whole process, that you need to suffer and that you need to go through pain in order to achieve something. And if I reflect on my personal life, as you guys see, I'm working in the finance industry. It is a job where I'm working about 35 hours per week. At the same time, I am studying part-time business administration and doing accounting for my parents, and then I started this YouTube channel as well. If I think about this YouTube channel, especially in the evenings, for example, if I'm working or editing these videos, which takes about 5-6 hours if it's a longer video, I see myself how I just feel it as like I enjoy that whole process of seeing the raw footage of any video I film and see how it's transforming into a video of 8 to 10 minutes, and how much things get out there, how much new audio sounds and pictures or videos are implemented there, and I see all that coming together. And sometimes even my parents come up at 11 o'clock in the evening, while on the next day I need to wake up at 5:30. They ask me, "What are you doing? Go to bed." And I don't even realize that I've invested so much time, because it is on the whole process of enjoying and having fun, and based on that, and not like suffer through that pain and going through that in order to achieve the mindset of Muhammad Ali. For most people, I think you can't apply that generally on everyone, and that's just my perspective and my mindset I have, which makes life more enjoyable, I guess. So, how to build that productivity system, or how to find out what you're passionate about. So there are two different approaches. If I look into the books I have read in the past few years and reflect on them, I see a lot of books tell you that you need to find your passion and you need to do the things you enjoy. But if we apply that into our real life, it is not as easy as it's written in these books to find what you're passionate about. If we think, for example, if you play video games, if you play FIFA for example, and you really enjoy it, or playing the piano, joy and happiness is way higher there. It's very difficult to get into that 0.01% probably of getting one of the best FIFA players, or like really getting professional in playing the piano. The odds are probably against you that you can achieve that position or get to that position there. On the other hand, you can't just quit your job, fully follow your passion, because I think I'm speaking for most people here. We don't have the privilege to just quit our job and do something we're really passionate about, except you have really wealthy parents or another source of income which supports everything. The other approach I am trying to implement for about 6-7 months is, first of all, you need to learn to enjoy the things you are doing currently. There are 4 different strategies which you can apply in your life. One thing at the beginning already is to not focus on the outside circumstances and the external environment which influence you. It is all based on your internal ones. So the first thing in there is the mindset shift, I will call that. And that is to look at everything you start as being fun and joyful, because if you have the approach, the critical approach, I'm not too bothered, I don't want to do that, I'm not inspired, I can't create a YouTube video today, I'm too tired. You're already approaching these things with the perspective that it's not going to be fun and that you're going to suffer and that you can't enjoy it. So if you go into any activity you do which you not like fully, ask yourself, okay, what are the fun things about it? And how can you shift your mindset in order to make it enjoyable? You really need to approach these things sincerely and not as suffering, because I think it is all fixed in our head or put into our head that it's kind of a suffering if you do something, and that needs to get out of here and change into a sincere way of enjoying something. The second thing is to turn your life into a video game. At this point, I'll link up my video which go into more depth here about this topic, that you need to turn your life into a video game. If I look, for example, my studies, I started my first semester last year in September, and I looked at it as a game plan, kind of a game plan. I was like, okay, I will go into that whole studies with the perspective of having fun, learning something new. And then before the exams, for example, I created a week plan of how I wanted to prepare myself for the exams, because I was strategically planning out how I want to do it, when I want to invest my time. I made it such a fun process of using colors where I put like yellow, not fully confident there, and then I put the next stage of green. And then I felt that enjoyment and that fulfillment and the happiness there, that I learned something new and put that perspective into that OneNote I created, like the week plan there. And that made me go through that first semester with a lot of ease and with a very good outcome at the end as well. The third thing is to set the appropriate stage. If you're working or studying in your room and the environment you're living in is messy, it's not organized, it looks terrible, then you already feel emotionally a bit off, not like want to putting in that effort and that work you have set yourself, because you see all that mess around you and can't really focus on the task you set yourself. That's why before I start studying, I usually quickly organize my room a bit, how you arranged it. If sunlight is coming into your room, put some things on my desk which I enjoy or like. With the environment I'm in, I can really lift off that heavy weight. Already the starting point is much better in that way. The fourth thing is to decide if you're working on the right things. If you don't enjoy your job, ultimately that you can't enjoy it, that it's a no-go, then you need to find something you're really passionate about. But the question is again, what are you really passionate about? And if you're not open and not flexible, you will never find it out, because only if you're open about new opportunities, new things, and trying it out, you will learn what really brings you the fulfillment you're searching for. So these were the 4 different strategies I started to implement in my life, and if I reflect now on the past 6 months, 7 months, I already see what an effect these small changes already had on my life. Sometimes, including myself, I just say, oh, I don't have time for it, but in reality, the priorities in your life are not the things you have set yourself, and then you're putting off that you don't have time in that aspect. So that was it for today's video. If you're someone who is struggling to find out why you don't have time, or that you're quickly getting distracted, check out my dopamine detox video, which I will link right afterwards. Hit that subscribe button. If I could give you any valuable lessons here, let me know in the comment sections down below what your key lessons are from this video. And I will see you guys at my dopamine detox break.